Um, welcome back to File Under Fire podcast, my friends. I'm not the host, but I'm doing it today. I'm Dom, and I'm joined with Abby,
Great job, Dom.
and Lawson, the guest.
Howdy. How's everybody doing? I was trying to get some Lil Wayne top of my head, but I didn't have anything.
Get the spotlight off me. I'm scared. No, I'm scared.
You did excellent. You're a regular Ryan Seacrest up there.
Oh, okay, I'll
You know
try
who that
right
is,
now.
Dom?
I'm forgetting.
Dom, do you know who
Ryan
Carson
Seacrest.
Daly is?
It's ringing a little bit of a bell.
Do you think he's the only guy that knows who Ed Sullivan is, but doesn't know who those two guys are?
Under
I like-
70.
I like Mr. Ed, the talking horse.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, that's shout out to him. Yeah.
Shout out, Mr.
Like-
Ed, the talking horse.
You may have noticed in Dom's beautiful introduction that,
Oh, I forgot to fucking. Yeah, you do it. You do it.
that Brady is not here. He talked some shit to Eddie
He was
Kingston.
killed in a drive-by
He's in
shooting.
traction.
Killed in a drive-by shooting. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. He actually got tied. He got tangled up in the Gucci Mane lawsuit.
It's like that movie where I actually forgot the actor's name. Clint Eastwood, where he's old and he gets shot by the Vietnamese people, and he's like
Gran Torino.
Gran
Yeah,
Torino.
That was Brady. After
So
St.
R.I.P.
Louis
Brady. He's
anarchy.
been killed by Vietnamese people.
I think they're
Yeah.
Vietnamese in that movie. I don't know that. I haven't seen that movie, but Brady's dead.
R.I.P.
a shame.
Brady's lovely girlfriend is in town, and he has already recorded one pod with her there. And I'm assuming he'd probably died of embarrassment. That's probably what actually killed him.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you have to. I mean, I'm famously, since I moved in with my wife, I record deep in my closet with all doors closed.
Yeah, you have to. You absolutely have to. But we're tying a bow on our GWE Spotlight series here, I guess, and we wanted to make sure to get this one in before the deadline because this is a guy that I've seen on a lot of lists, but should probably be higher on a lot of lists. And after going through these, I'm kind of like, damn, I need to resend my ballot because I already had him at like 39, I think.
He's pretty dang good.
I wanted to pull up and see where I actually had him submitted. I had him at 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good. That works. We are talking about the totally non-controversial and normal guy, Dick Murdoch, this week.
Dick Murdoch. Dirty Dick Murdoch.
Dirty Dick
Dirty
Murdoch.
Dick sticking
Apt
Yeah.
Dick
nickname.
Murdoch.
I was trying to think like, oh, who am I going to bring on the show? And I'm a long time listener, first time caller. I thought, oh well, Brady, he likes Mr. Niebla. He's kind of like a smelly, like spits on people. Like there's some overlap there. Obviously, I'm kind of in the Aubie zone here. We're talking about this is an old school Southerner, and then I thought Dom, maybe he would either like find a kinship politically with Murdoch or maybe physically. So I thought this was a good fit for you guys. I'm excited to talk.
I'm
So-
actually very interested in Dom's thoughts on not on the political part because we can do the disclaimer at the front like this guy sucked. He was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was, as YouTube recommended me as I was watching matches of his. Everyone thought he was a racist fat pig, apparently, which probably true. Yes.
Is this your guys' first card carrying clan member that you've had on File Under Fire?
Hard to say.
I think I don't know. Some of
We've
them
had-
could have been mad secretive about it.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
If Roddy Piper could sign his own name to the paperwork, he probably
That's actually
would have been in
fair.
there.
He's
We've
too
had
busy
him.
getting modeled against his head and doing Wes Craven movies.
Yeah.
Bubblegum and
We've
chewing
had
bud.
Lawler. We've done plenty of
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Then
Yeah.
you're gonna.
You guys have done some Memphis. You guys have done Landell. Surely Landell
Yeah.
wasn't that far removed.
No. Same thing. If he could sober up long enough to join,
Yeah,
they probably
right,
wouldn't have
right.
him.
Yeah,
They probably would
yeah.
just sent him right to Alcatraz if that
Oh,
existed back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, you know, for reference, we're talking about Dick Murdoch, the wrestler, and this is
Yeah,
a great, great
yeah.
three
People shouldn't
matches
clip.
to make this case.
People shouldn't clip out of context me saying, "Oh, Dick Murdoch, he's so awesome. I love what he does here." Yeah, yeah.
But it's interesting that, like, when you read about him and probably that video, Dom, I'm sure goes into a lot of it. There's like a narrative that the virulent racism is why he like never really always worked on top as a guy who was so skilled. But I don't think that's what it is. I think it's less awful and more almost romantic why he sabotaged his own career the way he did. He's like the Replacements on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. He has a kinship with Sinead O'Connor ripping up the picture of the Pope. Yeah. No, I mean the two guys, and obviously this is probably more damning than anything. The two guys that are cited on Wikipedia as saying he's actually not racist are Cornette and Jericho.
Yeah.
Which right. That probably hurts him more than anything. But both of I know Cornette has said famously that the main reason that he wasn't on top was that he was just too silly. The NWA guys just thought he was too silly. They just didn't understand how they thought it was degrading to the title for him to be champion.
Shit.
It maybe in that context it sort of is, but I had a crazy comparison that I kept thinking about when watching this stuff, and was my number one Negro Casas. Because he can blend it all together.
Yeah.
In a really, but he could brawl. He has great matches with Antonio Inoki that are all on the mat.
Oh yeah, he's held up as a amazing wrestler. Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is, I think it happens in one of the matches we talk about here. But I was watching a ton of him in prep for this, and he loves to do that fucking Greg Gagne style, old school '60s head scissor, or the drop kick, or
head
and he doesn't
scissors
look,
is crazy.
What?
yeah, he doesn't look he looks like a guy that would barely be able to move. But he's just so talented. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He does look like a rubber chicken. Yeah. Yeah.
He's literally the pig from back at the barnyard.
And I think there's the shit body is another thing that gets cited with him a lot, but I think it's perfect for the Captain Redneck character.
He's like a shit body titan because he towers over every ref.
Yeah, I think the funniest thing about him, right, is that, he did look like shit.
And he was ugly and he smelled bad.
Yeah, I mean, but he was an absolute freak athlete, and so much of his athletic background is all a work.
A fake football player.
He was a fake football player. He was a fake Marine.
They were talking about that. I was like, wow, he was a football player. Awesome. I'm fucking.
Yeah, they said that he. Yeah, they said that he played in a West Texas State alumni game, because he convinced the organizers that he did play linebacker there. And that was only yeah, that only was brought up because so many guys played football there. That's where Dusty played, and I think Terry Funk was there. I think there was quite a few guys that came out of there, but yeah, and then the Marines thing, the original Captain Redneck thing in Mid-South he was a Marine, and that was made up. He never served anywhere. They just thought that was a good idea.
Let's put that in the good points docket. Stolen valor.
Yeah, he never served, right? It could be worse. I say it could be worse. He could have actually been an active serviceman. I mean,
he definitely has the look of a guy who lives in the VFW Hall or the Elks Lodge.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
they're
big
waiting
time.
when they unlock the door to drink
Yeah.
Coors Light for 14 hours.
He actually was buried with a bottle of Coors Light.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Maybe that
Yeah,
was
he was a
that
spokesman
sack.
for them for forever, like since like the mid '80s. He was a spokesman for Coors.
That's
He
awesome.
truly lived the
I
gimmick.
listened to that
I
song you
think.
said.
Oh yeah, I think he really lived the gimmick like to the top degree.
I'm gonna drink a Coors. Not a, whatever the fuck Brock Lesnar said in the MMA, UFC. I'm gonna drink a Coors Light.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Murdoch in the UFC. If he could have made it a little bit longer. If
Yeah,
we could
well,
have had
he did
him in like an early.
He was in Pro Wrestling Fujiwara Gumi, so
Yeah, he was. I was saying he was adjacent. Like he, I was looking at that card. Like I wanted to see like who would he have met that was on that card, and like there was some funny guys. Like Mr. Pogo was backstage.
I bet they got along great.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Hey, you look like shit. I
It-
look like shit.
Yeah, yeah,
we both look like fucking poop, man.
exactly.
It's awesome.
He was probably watching Mr. Pogo work. Like, wow, this guy really can go. Like, but it is funny you bring up Casas because I was thinking about Casas too. One of the things we talk about with Casas all the time is like he'll do like some rudimentary spot that you've seen in 1,000 matches, but he'll do it in a way that you've literally never seen anyone do before or since. Like he just has a completely unique way of doing things, and Murdoch, I think he does that with his like approach to wrestling. He finds a way to stretch things out that are just a lot of people take for granted, I think.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like
I was thinking that.
surprisingly graceful, but it's all in the service of like trying to look not graceful and coordinated.
Yeah.
Until he breaks out
exactly.
something that like makes your fucking jaw drop, like some stuff in the Nightmare
He
match.
throws a
Speaking
drop
of-
kick in a couple of these matches. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah.
He gets up there. My
Speaking
fake,
of
my fake
racists
athletic
who-
background.
who look like shit. The first match that we've got here is from December 9th, 1976. Dick Murdoch versus Killer Carl Cox. From
Killer
All
Carl
Japan.
Cox also racist?
Well, you
Look
can
at the
just do
initials
some.
there,
You can, yeah, check out the
Oh my
adjective
God.
play there.
Look at the adjective.
So Dick Murdoch loved him off rip?
So yeah, they were Dom. So they were like they had like a father son like tag team basically
That
in
is so
Mid-South.
fucking crazy. Wow, that's wow.
Yeah. So like
You
the
can see
Killer
it in
Carl
the way
Cox.
they work.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So Killer Carl Cox, he like invented the Brain Buster, or was like the popularizer of the Brain Buster.
Yeah, he was
And
hitting that
he-
shit like
he-
awesomeness.
He handed it down to Murdoch. So Murdoch uses the Brain Buster.
And this is billed as a no DQ match. I'm not sure what the deal is here. I don't know if nobody clued the ref in.
Oh, the ref. The ref was the ref in this match.
It's so
This is some of the
small.
funniest ref abuse, like maybe ever in this match. The ref also has to do like insanely big. It's the 70s, right? So he has to do like insanely big selling every time he gets like touched. And there's a couple times where Cox like just nicks him with a boot or something, and the ref has to like go down for 2 minutes, which is great. I love that stuff.
Nasty offense. It was cool, and I think he has a really fucked up hairline. Both these guys.
Yeah, I saw some people in the YouTube comments comparing him to Robert Duvall in this,
That's perfect. I couldn't figure
which I
it
thought
out.
was apt. Yeah, he definitely has like 70s like character actor face for sure. Like he's like a guy that would be like he's like one of the other cops in French Connection or something.
I also loved with him that if KKK wasn't on the nose enough, which I guess it wasn't, he has like the Nazi boot color scheme. He's got one red boot and one black boot.
Oh, you see, I didn't notice that either. I'm not very attentive.
Yeah, and I think the funniest thing about him is that I think his real name was like sucked. Like it was like Herbert Gerwig was his real name.
Ooh, that is a
Yeah.
shitty name. Herbert the pervert.
That's right. Something to think about there.
That's what they used to call my brother in college. He said, I don't want to know why.
And how about this, dude? Yeah, I was gonna say we can do the math on that one. I think. And he actually was Killer Carl Cox. Another connection. All this. He actually was tag team partners with Ted DiBiase's father, Mike DiBiase. Yeah. So
I thought it was. Oh, Ted DiBiase Jr. is Junior. Yeah, you're right.
That's right.
Yeah. But I think that's his stepfather. I think Murdoch is in the same boat because we didn't talk about that,
yes.
But he also grew up going to the matches because his father or stepfather or whatever was a wrestler, and his fake son just retired today. Right? Did you guys see that?
Oh, really?
Trevor Murdoch. I saw some.
Yeah, he seems a whole lot nicer.
Is Trevor Murdoch supposed to be his fake son? I guess that makes sense. He has kind of similar phenotype for sure. Yeah.
He has the Harley race sideburns, but the rest is
the rest is definitely that definitely checks out. Yeah, I should say Ted DiBiase Jr. He was my silver medalist. I was going to bring Ted DiBiase Jr. on, but wiser heads prevailed.
I bet somebody nominated him right when Nexus debuted.
I mean, he would be better. He'd be better than Alexa Bliss, certainly. So,
we can. I
want to watch her. True.
But I love this match. I tried to bring on this is probably one of the most traditional long Murdoch matches outside of the Butch Reed stuff, which is awesome, but are all 45 minutes at least. So I was trying to take it easy on you guys. But I think if we're talking about my case for Murdoch, I actually think he would have been awesome as NWA champion, and this would be his version of something that had 8 months build and then is now getting blown off finally. This would be his Starrcade main event equivalent.
Yeah, and I looked up, this is the last match of the tour, and they're both leaving Japan. It doesn't look like from the booking they were really, I mean, they had some tags with and against each other.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they just decided this is the last night, let's just go fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think they had done this around the Mid-South loop quite a bit.
Sense.
I think there's a big Superdome one that they did this on, but I could be wrong.
It is in a lot of ways the classic blow-off brawl, but I think it's also really interesting and unique in terms of this is one of the best punching matches ever, but it's totally different from Dundee Lawler in the way that it plays out. I don't want to do the Japanese crowds are quiet thing because they get loud. Maybe it's for they have different.
I had a note about this too. Yeah,
yeah, that gets them crazy. But I think a lot of it is they're just sort of stunned by what they're seeing because they do react big to stuff, and then it goes back to it's the fight scene from They Live or Peter Griffin versus the Chicken, where it's just these two guys just punching each other full force in the face for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I do think that this being in Japan, it almost does add a magic show aspect to this, where the tricks are so smoothed out and they're so ubiquitous to American wrestling. But I think they take on a little bit more novelty, and the crowd bites super huge on Cox early on. He's doing some hide the
he bites on Cox
brass knuckles.
I loved it. This is some of the best hide the weapon shit you'll ever see, and I just kept thinking this is a no DQ match, man. Just break the brass knuckles out.
And the other funny thing is,
Abby would do that sometimes too.
Yeah, the Japanese camera, they just pick up him putting it back in his pants immediately. They're not. The Japanese camera doesn't get worked at all, which is great.
The unworkable crowd.
And they're used to great effect because the first punch he lands on Murdoch does the fastest flare flop Valentine flop thing. I've never seen it in double speed. The way he eats it on that flop.
There's some great punch cells here. Murdoch loves to do this. This showed up. I don't know if this showed up. I think this shows him in a couple other matches, like the other matches here. But a lot of the ones I was watching, he loves to do the like Muhammad Ali boxer shuffle before he hits some of these too.
There's
This is
a great one in the Nightmare match.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about.
Some of that stuff is just like, you know, I think so much of that is him like fucking with everybody, which is like because he knows he looks like shit, right? Like he knows he looks not agile, so it actually adds another layer to doing something like that.
I was thinking watching these, like the thing that Dave loves to say to people about how these guys working these matches then were working them for like specific crowds and they gave no thought. I wonder if there was like a part of Dick Murdoch was like, people are gonna get a fucking hoot out of this in like 40 years.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know that he had that much foresight, but I definitely think he would. I know Cornette has said like in Smoky Mountain he would book him and stuff, and then like he would like, I just want to see like what you can do with this guy, basically, and then he put himself at ringside and like I just want to watch Dick Murdoch like figure out what to do with this guy.
I like that.
Yeah, the punch selling throughout is great, and you can definitely see the Carl Cox influence. They both love to do the like slowly fall back on your ass.
Yeah. Like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. This also is like one of the great match structures ever, which is like when you're playing your dad in basketball and you're like good enough to beat him, so he starts like putting his thumb on the scale.
Yeah.
Which like is just a class. Like I love that's one reason I love this match is like Murdoch is like pretty clearly better and Cox is like pretty broken down, but they still are kind of on even playing field because they just have so much like backlog with each other.
And Cox is quick to go for the brass knucks or the bell hammer.
I love the ring bell hammer.
A nasty piece of work.
Supposedly, and I mean, I guess a good thing to use for a guy named Cox too. But I feel like people always go for the bell, right? Because it makes the good sound. If you hit somebody with the bell, you can get the bell to ring, which is like cool. But there's a fucking hammer right there.
Apparently, a sharp hammer.
Yes.
That's a scary sentence. A sharp hammer. That's gonna kill someone, bro.
Yeah. I love the Murdoch blade job here. Just full fucking strawberry sundae.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And it's the good kind where it's like, because they're rolling around like they're in They Live, like it ends up all over Carl Cox's like back. Because he blades too, but it's a standard.
Yeah, he's distinguished. He's an old man, you know, he can't be hitting a gusher.
Neither of them had fucking hepatitis. They look so gross.
Well, we don't know if Dick Murdoch didn't have hepatitis. I mean, I don't want to necessarily. I'm not a doctor, you know, so I don't want to necessarily discount that. But and
fair.
Dom, as you pointed out, I mean, he's pretty jaundiced in the last match. So,
dude, everyone's jaundiced. I think that whole area's got something wrong with their water systems. I think they need to check
you're
that
slandering Lawson there with that one.
That's true. That's an OKC match, right?
Isn't it an OKC? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a beautiful place with beautiful everything.
That's right. That's right, Dom.
And I like their basketball team.
I'm about to hit you with the Dick Murdoch left hand of God here on this podcast.
Oh, he does a lot of elbow stuff. He does a lot of pointed elbows. I
was going to ask you, Dom, as our UFC fan, what did you think of Carl Cox busting out the illegal 12-6 elbow off the apron to the floor in this? That could kill somebody. I mean, that's like one of the most deadly strikes of all time.
I mean, it's like it's like the same thing. If you palm someone in the nose bone could go right in their brain and kill them. It's like
it's exactly right. Yeah, it's exactly right.
It's the same principle, and it's deadly and dangerous. He could have just killed him right there, and that's why he's a heel.
And do you think that if we had to do Dick Murdoch versus John Jones, who do you think would win?
Wow, that'd actually be honestly heel versus heel. That they would go for eye pokes.
It seems like
if he hit that head scissors, it'd be over.
Oh, I think it might be over. I think you'd get him in an armbar or something.
I mean, Dick Murdoch, he'd probably be a little extra motivated against John Jones, I would think.
Yeah, John
he tries to do like the beg off.
Yeah, just knocked on his fucking butt.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's money to be made if they got him against a Gracie or something. Like, I really do think there's money to be made. But
I think his pride would get all of his limbs popped the fuck out. I think.
that's money to be made. I think. I think people would buy that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I hope.
I mean, if they really want to, if they want to prove that,
these guys are spitting all over each other for the whole. One of the most saliva-filled matches of all time.
The other thing they both love to do that Murdoch does in later matches too is spit on their hands and rub them together before they lock up.
Yeah, I don't like all that spit stuff. It's kind of nasty because it smells gross.
A couple guys named Dick and Cox fucking double loogie in their palms. It's a little scary. I mean, it's.
Do you think Dick Murdoch ever worked Mexico?
No, he didn't, but he would have loved. He would have loved it. I think he would have had an amazing time.
Yeah, he would have been unbelievable in a trios.
Could you imagine him fucking throwing tortillas into the crowd like fucking Jarrett?
He would be the first fucking racist to do it, yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, they had El Nazi and La Nazi.
Oh, true.
He could have been a great trio partner for those guys. For El Nazi and La Nazi. That would have been like his version of like a Dink the Clown would have been El Nazi.
If minis were around back then, it would have been a little Nazi. A little Nazi. Yeah.
They said that Cowboy Lang went to Murdoch's funeral. I thought that was cool that they were boys.
That's pretty cool.
I love Cowboy Lang. When are you guys going to do a minis episode of the show? Can I come back on?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%
Yeah. That would
Dom, I'm sure you're like a minis head too, right? You like kind of can sympathize with their bodies as well.
Yes, I can. It's honestly like looking in a mirror when I watch them do little flips. I do that. That's what I do when I smoke a joint or whatever. I'm in my house doing the Masquerade Sagrada flips. I'm running off the fucking wall.
Doing the Day Moose when he locks up with Masquerade Sagrada and throws them like a fucking pizza in the air.
That's my dog.
Oh yeah.
Going, my dog's giving me head scissors and I'm flying across the room. Whoa!
That's like only slightly unbelievable.
You know what else I love in this match and I love about Dick Murdoch is he has one of the greatest finishers ever, which is the calf branding knee.
Oh, where he like jumps off from the I thought that shit was nasty looking.
He lines the guy up and puts his knee on the back of their neck and rides them down to the floor and smashes them in the face. It's amazing.
It's really good. More good wrestlers should steal it because I feel like I've only seen like Raven and like CM Punk really do that maneuver.
Yeah. I think
Bret Hart ever did. It seems like a Bret Hart thing he would steal.
He probably loved Dick Murdoch. He was like an NWA mark, wasn't he? I think he would have been great against Dick Murdoch. Yeah, I love the calf branding knee. Bust that out here. I love the section to set that up too, where he's just traps Carl Cox in the corner and just starts fucking carving his face up.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff after
wind up punch in this match a couple times that is incredible. Like spin the arm and wind it up. They both.
You guys covered Duggan last week.
Yes.
Who I think is like very much Popeye as a wrestler, and I think Murdoch is like he's like Bluto. He's like the evil Popeye.
Yeah,
so he does I love when he does that big wind up thing. And then nails the guy. It's
he does do a big cartoonish punch. I like that.
Yeah. Who's olive
oil of wrestling?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a great question. If you find out, let me know. Send me some links.
This thing ends in like just a huge
Jimmy Hart.
Oh, this is
dealing brainbusters out to all the young
This is like my favorite schmoz like of all. People love Andre Hansen, which is like amazing and like very scary schmoz where like you don't know that if they clued in the guys that they were going to be continuing to fight each other and they're like so big. But this one is so funny and it goes on for so long.
A perfect way to end the tour.
I also love that like so many times in the schmoz that like Murdoch will like throw a punch, and then he'll get both his arms held back, and then they'll just let Cox go. So
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Murdoch's like fully can't even defend himself at all. He's just getting smoked.
And he's the babyface here.
He is the babyface here. Yeah, yeah,
because he's great at both.
yes, but yeah, I love this match.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, I love this match. I think this is like a good look at. He doesn't have a ton of like super famous feuds. That may be like one of the things that knocks him a little bit. Is I think because he was not taken very seriously, he didn't get to a position enough times where he would be like a top heel or face in like a real program. But I think this is a good look at like what that would look like if you were like booking a territory around him.
And he still gets a bunch of fun stuff in, but this is very somebody you were talking about earlier. That's Terry Funk-esque, where he gets to do like the ass over tea kettle bumps out of the ring and shit like that. But it's also like deadly serious and really violent.
Yes, yeah, I think like this is a great look at anyone that thinks he was like too silly. I think this match is a good look at how he can incorporate some of the goofier aspects into like a serious blow off.
All right, I'm gonna get on my Brady shit. And speaking of goofy,
oh yeah,
our next match is Dick Murdoch
versus
Alpha from October 22nd, 1984, The Garden.
Samoa #1, as they call him.
Is this your guys' first bloodline adjacent match that's been on the show?
Wow,
I think it would almost have to be.
I think so.
You guys haven't covered any like Rikishi or anything?
No, we did. Does Haku count?
Oh yeah, Haku would count. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we did the
I
Faces
think
of
about
Fear
that.
versus Mortis and Wrath.
Mortis and Wrath. Great
Match. Yeah.
I think
that's it.
Yeah, this match to me, I picked this because I think, no disrespect to Samoa #1, Alpha. Not somebody I don't think people would hold up as like an amazing wrestler or even really an interesting wrestler, frankly. And this is really, I think, one of the closer looks at what it would look like if Murdoch had to travel around the world and take on all the shitty guys that Flair brags about taking to Broadways, you know, like this is his version of like a Coco Samoa match or whatever.
It's really, and they could have gone out and had like the most 2-star match of all time in front of the crowd that like would want that, because that's what you're getting at the Garden all the time. But he decides to just like put on a masterclass instead. I think
yes, yeah, it truly is like, yeah, it truly is just like a breathtaking performance from Murdoch. And I brought this up whenever we were talking about this match before the podcast, but he like basically uses Alpha like as a prop here, which, you know, one of the things I love about Murdoch is he's
actually
like,
so true.
He's very much like a Three Stooge style character. And this is like, he treats Alpha like a bucket of water or something that those guys would, you know, build 10 minutes around.
It's something for him to bounce off of.
Literally, yeah. I mean, in most cases, literally here to bounce off of.
And I love the commentary at the beginning because it goes back to what you were talking about, him living his gimmick where me and Jane and Gorilla Monsoon are just talking about how much of an insufferable fucking prick he is in real life.
Yeah, he's a real nasty son of a work. Not even nice about no one. Not even himself.
Yeah. I always think like I'm sure, I mean, I've watched quite a bit of the WWF stuff, and I think that's like a pretty big part of his case, frankly. The team with Adonis is really amazing. But I can't even imagine how nuclear the heat would have been for him, because I think in the mind of the New Yorker, he is like basically propaganda film about the South.
And I loved her when they eventually show Hillbilly Jim and Gorilla Monsoon
Yeah.
is like, how did he get to the Big Apple? Like,
Yeah, right, yeah.
it's not hard to get to New York City.
Yeah,
There's many
exactly.
ways
Yeah, like
to get to
he
New
is such a like Murdoch is like such a hayseed, like, and in a real like visceral sense, not in like a Hillbilly Jim cartoon sense. Like I think the people in New York, I'm sure they were like, oh, here's this fucking Southern asshole guy that's here.
Yeah,
And
all
with
hate.
the American crowd here, you really get to see another thing that he does well, which is like play them like a fiddle.
Oh my god,
It's remarkable how he keeps
I
that
didn't-
crowd.
Yeah, I didn't write down a time on this one like I did in the next match we're going to talk about, but I mean, it's a good 5 minutes before there's any contact here at all. He just is taking swings at Afa, missing, and then flailing away.
And begging off to the point where he's like curled up in a ball in the corner.
He's hurting himself by
Crying.
hitting the back of his head on the turnbuckles from falling back so quickly.
And as soon as he has a moment to be embarrassed, then he starts like talking shit to random people, and then he goes back in and does it again.
Yeah, there is one guy in the crowd that, you know, I'm going to say it. I know it's, you know, it was a black guy he was talking to in the front row. So maybe there was some not so pleasantries exchanged there, but he really does hone in on that guy. And I think that's another sign of a master is like when they work the whole crowd by basically working one guy because the crowd is like always babyface.
Yes.
So yeah, I love the opening here, and I think we can almost see in real time. Like Murdoch didn't strike me as somebody that like thought a whole lot about things beforehand.
Nope.
But the first time his elbow makes contact with Afa's head, and he's like, "Oh, the guy's Samoan. I have to sell my elbow." I think you can almost see the gears turning in real life where he's like, oh man, I can do 45 minutes of this if I wanted to.
I'd watch it too. I'd eat it up.
I know, yeah.
It's good. And it gives Gene and Gorilla time to discuss like the esoteric nature of the Samoan language.
Yeah, it was like it's very esoteric. It's just racism. They're just like babbling.
I love Mean Gene as like the science officer here talking about the language, the Samoan language. That's great. Yeah, I mean, so many awesome moments from this though. So much hand hurting, elbow hurting. I think I would say climaxing with the head into the turnbuckle stuff.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite spot of the match.
They do 3 minutes on, which like again, this is more Negro Costas type of stuff, but like how many times have you seen the spot where the guy gets his fucking head run into the turnbuckle? I mean, you've seen it in 1,500 matches. But never quite like this, I don't think. Yeah, he gets his head smashed he smashes Afa's head into the turnbuckle. Afa doesn't sell it at all. Afa smashes his head into the turnbuckle. Murdoch 3/4 around the ring, flailing his arms everywhere, falls ass over Tico out of the ring onto the floor. Then he gets back in the ring, pissed off, charges up, smashes his own head into the turnbuckle about 15 times. Staggers into a headbutt from Afa, puts his dukes up, and then lands face planting, presenting his ass to the crowd.
In a split. Yeah.
In a split. I mean, it's just like so ridiculous.
That's what I meant about using his grace and service of buffoonery. Like,
yes.
I couldn't do that in a million tries the way he does that.
No.
I like when he starts shadow boxing and then he immediately just calls the ref over and goes for a collar and elbow instead.
He does that a bunch where he'll do some bluster and then pull the ref in between them.
Yeah.
Ass
And another
face
thing, cool about this match, I think, which is like after that point, he has like a tiny control segment here. It's not very big, but he's like so like bloodthirsty in the control segment. He's going for like mostly chokes.
Yeah, at one
which
point
is awesome.
he goes into the crowd and comes back with a bottle in a sack, and Mean Gene smelled it
a
from
delicious
ringside.
sub, yeah.
He called it by his full Christian name. He called it Richard's Wild Irish Rose, which I had to look up to make sure that's the fucking alcoholic knows the.
Well, Gene, I'll tell you what, Gene would know. Yeah, Gene would know what the booze was called, I think. Yeah. No, I was like in your hypothetical, Dom, where you said you thought it looked like a Subway sandwich.
Yeah, and they were throwing there like balsamic glaze, prosciutto. Oh.
I was really laughing thinking about Alpha getting like whacked over the head with like a fucking spicy Italian.
Spicy Italian, and all the meats come flying out everywhere.
Yeah, he can like Alpha's like getting up. He's like picking like he has like that like lunch meat slime kind of like on his head.
Oh god,
that'd be great.
That would. I don't like that. It's gross. Fucking slime.
I wouldn't want to get hit with a fucking meatball sub. That would piss me off.
Yeah, because like now I got meatball in my hair, dickhead.
Yeah, fucker. I love. He does a bunch of great stuff in this match. Dick Murdoch does, like after the punches, he'll be shaking his full arm, or like he catches a headbutt and like he's checking his teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, the teeth selling. I mean, that's
right now.
That's first of its kind. I've never seen that before, where he's like actually inside, like touching his molars.
Yeah, to make sure they're still there.
Yeah, like that's just out of control.
And he does a bunch of what he and Carl Cox both do in the first match. Like when he takes a headbutt on the ground or like a diving fist on the ground or something, he does the sell where it like the pain starts in his head and like travels all the way down to his toes, and you do the little like flop thing.
Yeah, it's basically seizure selling. Yeah.
It's so good.
Concussion selling. Oops.
Yeah. He's great. I love him in this. We also have the actual legitimate Three Stooges. He gets hit into a headbutt and does the full curly like running around horizontal on the mat, gets up and takes another headbutt.
Immediately takes another headbutt.
Yeah.
And that's when he starts throwing those like weak ass punches.
Oh.
That was so good too. He can barely stand and he's just pawing at Afa.
And I think
Afa
just
has to stand there. He just has to stand.
Yeah, literally like Afa literally looks like, I mean, I know like I know you're a big Meng head. I think this is a lot of like what Meng was able to do. Is what Afa basically does here without having to do anything. Which is just like look tough, basically, and it's Murdoch all working by himself.
It just
Murdoch.
Delightful stuff. And I think, the first match was appropriate for All Japan main event, and this is very appropriate for like a mid-card garden match. And like I said, the people fucking love it. They're going nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how like Luthez like wouldn't want this to be and like what the NWA title matches would look like, for sure. But I think that kind of sucks. Like I would like to see just how far he could go with some of these guys.
Well, maybe his best run is as a baby face in Mid-South, or like his biggest run. And that's where we're going for the last match, July 14th, 1985, from the Myriad in Oklahoma City.
Oh yeah,
Dick Murdoch versus most people will say the Nightmare, but he was actually the champion at this point. After he won the belt, he's here with Eddie Gilbert. He started calling
Eddie Gilbert
the champion. This might be like the only match where he is billed as the champion.
Yeah, I know they have a Houston one from at the end of this month that I think he's already doesn't have the belt anymore. But yeah, I was desperately seeking a Mid-South match. Definitely his like most high profile run. But was really used a lot there as like a great hand. I think because Watts kind of hated him.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see them either being best friends or hating each other. I'm sure he wasn't like showing up on time. At least he was probably winning his bar fights.
Right. I think Watts could appreciate he was a real life tough guy, but I think his approach, like I can't think of anything Watts would have hated more than like his approach. Like Watts like barely liked Lawler, right? Like, and Lawler's like much more grounded than Murdoch is. But Eddie Gilbert, Murdoch and Eddie Gilbert were like they were like a team in Mid-South before this. So I think there's some animosity there as well. There was a great promo. I was watching a Eddie Gilbert and Murdoch squash, and they have Eddie Gilbert's like girlfriend or whatever on commentary with JR. And she's like, "Oh, he's the prettiest. Eddie Gilbert, he's the prettiest guy in the world. It's a great looking tag team." And JR's like, "What about Murdoch? Like he's hideous." Don't you think it's kind of counteracts how pretty Eddie Gilbert is? So
that kind of explains a lot. Eddie Gilbert was soaking this all in. I mean, of course, he saw a lot of stuff like this, but Eddie Gilbert, kind of a little silly guy too sometimes.
Oh yeah, another guy on my list. Essentially, Junior Murdoch in a lot of respects. In a lot of respects, yeah, he's been popping up in the USWA stuff I've been watching.
Junior Murdoch,
electric. I absolutely love Eddie Gilbert. He adds a lot to this for sure.
It is. Dom said it's all bathed in yellow.
Yeah, this does have the Springfield filter for sure.
Yeah, all jaundiced or Simpsons, if you'd like.
Yeah.
It was all yellow.
I do like I do like Murdoch. I do like to think about Murdoch as like a Moe's Tavern regular.
He looks it, yeah, for sure.
I do think he would have. I do think he would have got on with Homer and the
Barney.
guys. Yeah, he is. He really is Barney. Yeah, I guess he really is Barney.
Like Barney. I was just
He really is Barney. Yeah, he really is Barney.
And of course, the nightmare here is the great Randy Colley, Moondog Rex, looking as jacked as I've ever seen him.
I did not
Oh
see
my
that.
God.
He looks
Big
fucking
Moondog
massive
Rex,
in this.
Yeah.
Dom, you're familiar with the Moondogs? Sure.
I am familiar with the name. I have to watch more of them.
I think you would love them because their whole gimmick is that they're actual dogs.
Yeah, they walk around
their whole gimmick is
I thought
their manager.
Crazy.
Yeah, their manager has them on leashes and like in the promos says like he leaves them in the woods and then like gets them before TV basically. Well, yeah, this is big time Dom. This is big time Dom Pro in my opinion.
I'll have to look into that way more. I like that. I like that.
I said before we started that I was gonna rhapsodize about this match. I'll try not to, but this is just. I had seen it before, but watching it, with knowing that I'm going to be talking about it later and being like really locked into it, this is to me like a greatest match ever contender.
This is just so pure. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, this is. I would say if the previous two matches were like ramping up and cut with some stuff, this I think is like as close to heroin as it gets, really.
And it's a big title
Murdoch.
match. He sort of works it like a big Southern title match, and he sort of doesn't. It's still like everything is still so unique.
And back to babyface here for Murdoch as well, which was the case for most of the Mid-South run, which I think probably tells you more about the territory than anything. This is like he was an idyllic babyface. He was basically Watt's equivalent of a blowjob babyface, basically by Mid-South standards. It was like
Can you imagine what
fantastic, and then he was like one step lower. Yeah.
kind of shenanigans he would get up to while he was getting the blowjob?
He makes some faces in the Alpha match that I'm sure several women of the night saw.
Some noises too in the Killer Cox match.
Yeah. We can get Dom's mother on the line. Maybe she would know.
Well, no. I don't even know I don't even wasn't listening, but I heard Dom's mother. I know.
Yeah.
No,
Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
know
You listen to it back.
You fucking bastard, bitch.
So
Cut that out of the podcast. I like the last laugh.
Murdoch. What Murdoch does here, his John Coltrane-esque expansion of the wrestling match in this match is he gets stopped early on by the referee for trying to punch the Nightmare.
Yeah, it was funny. Made me laugh.
And again, they do it to the point where when he actually lands one, it's like the biggest pop you've ever heard.
I wrote down it is just over 7 minutes into the file that he finally makes contact with a punch. And this is only like a 16-minute file. So he literally almost goes halfway through doing nothing except for trying to punch and getting stopped.
And the way he gets the punch is to go into like the crazy smooth like drop down leapfrog sequence.
Oh my god, yeah, that's another super like shocking athleticism from him. He even does the like juniors one where he like jumps without looking at the guy.
Yeah.
Like does the backwards leapfrog. Like we're like, oh, Jesus, man.
And the crowd reaches Nirvana and he immediately starts telling the ref it was an elbow, it was my forearm.
It was an elbow. And he's working the crowd here. Yeah, the crowd's like, yeah, it's an elbow. Yeah, it was an elbow. Yeah. Exactly. Amazing.
Gross ass.
And then much like the last match when he does catch him, his offense is so nasty. Dom gift that stomp.
It was really gross looking.
I love the stomps. He does that a lot. He does that a lot. He also does which he actually stole from Cox, I'm sure, because Cox does it in the first match. The like where he drapes the guy over the apron and is like elbowing him in the throat over and over again.
Yeah, he catches that. That's one of the biggest loogies of the of the spin match.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Fucking gross ass loogies.
Yeah. We had discussed. I have like such limited notes for this because like there's like almost nothing that happens. It's just like amazing. Yeah, it's like. But
when there are little
physical bursts, theater. Yeah.
When there are little bursts, it's Murdoch doing things that make you like stand up out of your chair. Like when he comes back in the ring after that first punch, they do a test of strength. And the way he gets out of and he's lost the leverage, so his hands are by his side. He uses each knee to like move the hand. That is some Negro Casa shit right there.
Yeah, he literally does like Johnny Saint counters here. Like
yeah, that was really crazy.
It looks like he's like and I always wondered where did he even fucking see that? I guess that maybe that was like a Vern thing, like he would have seen maybe. Yeah.
Jack Briscoe or something.
It's really such a shame that he died like so early, because I do think there would have been like I can imagine like a great like 2005 like shoot interview with him.
Oh my god.
Where he actually would like get into some of this stuff, because obviously a guy saw a bunch of matches. I guess maybe that would have been like a Dory counter. I could see Dory doing something like that.
But then he goes right back into bits, because the next awesome bit is the mask, which is also like God. I've never seen.
Yeah, so right as soon as he starts punching, as soon as he gets the punch stuff done, the next thing he does is we're gonna do 4 minutes on. I'm gonna try to rip the mask off. Nightmare's gonna get away. Eddie Gilbert's gonna sew the mask back up. I'm gonna chase Eddie Gilbert. I'm gonna go back for the mask, and so this climax is with the mask getting turned around fully, so the Nightmare is fully blind. And and this becomes like a party match basically at that
He's
point.
swinging it, yeah, and he does the. That's when he does the little ollie bounce thing, and he's doing you don't know where I'm coming from, but he can't see shit anyway. He's just swinging at the air.
And Nightmare's doing a great job. I mean, obviously, he was really blind, so not much selling from him there, but doing a great job, like swinging wildly and staggering around, and just gets him fucking nailed.
Yeah, I like when he was hanging on to the mask. It was nasty.
And then this is probably my favorite spot in the match, which is while this is going on, he goes for the wind-up punch again. And he's doing the huge windmill fucking Pete Townshend stuff. And the referee stops the right arm. Like, no, you can't hit him. And he like quick left jabs him and
immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately jabs him.
So
down.
awesome.
Quick little.
Oh yeah. That's that shit he's gonna hit John Jones with, dude.
Oh, that his only punch of the fight before he gets knocked the fuck out with an elbow.
It's gonna be like a fucking Askren Masvidal besides that, but
Yeah,
he is gonna land a quick 6-incher. That's something else you can ask your mom about too.
Longer than his wiener. No, bud.
Maybe.
I
don't know. We'll see.
Slightly before you.
Let's see. And then amazing finish here too. I mean, this was like pure crack for me. I was so excited for this finish. Is so good. It never ceases to amaze me how many different, how many times they can like figure out. Yeah, how many times they can figure out like ways to do the same finish over and over again. And like this one I love this one so much. He gets shoved into the ref goes down, Eddie Gilbert's involved. Eddie Gilbert's got the Cosmo Kramer pimp cane as his weapon here. Another guy that probably him and Murdoch probably could have got along. Yeah, I would like to see Murdoch up there in front of the the comedy store backdrop.
He just would have gone to it more quickly.
Earlier. Yeah, I was gonna say.
He would have fit right in. Yeah, nowadays he would fit right in with the Joe Rogan comedy mother store place, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, another Texan. It's more Texans. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
oh, shit, he'd probably be like main eventing WWE stuff.
Kill Tony.
Oh yeah.
God.
I wonder what he would do for a Saudi Arabian crowd.
Oh my
I
God.
don't even know.
He'd probably lay on everybody because he'd say, "This, I'm not showing these people anything."
He would come out showing full skin.
Wouldn't he be awesome in a fucking Kefia though? Like, this is what I'm saying. I'm just so sad that he like died before like the Iraq War. Like, he would have been like so awesome in the like 2000s, like completely shutting out of American culture. Like he could have made so much money, dude. Whatever.
Being a chud.
Yeah, I mean, he missed the boat. I mean,
IWA Mid South with Tracy Smothers.
Oh my God! Yeah. I wonder if anyone's ever asked Tracy Smothers.
He would start so many fucking riots, I think.
Well, he'd be babyface there too if he was babyface in Mid South. I mean,
yeah, fair.
But yeah, I mean, the difference between him and Smothers, right, is Smothers does it a lot verbally. He's a great staller, like physical staller. But the really impressive thing about Murdoch to me is that he does this all like physically.
You had an interesting take about him as like a minimalist maximalist.
Yeah, I think
minimalist.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like from what we're talking about, right? Like he's not really. I mean, he obviously has the ability to do some stuff, but most of his matches are pretty sparse when you actually see what's going on. Like a lot of them are punching and various permutations of punching. But I don't know that anybody else that does that little does as much as he does. I mean, certainly in the like Lawler category, I would say. And I do have Lawler higher because I do think Lawler has better high end stuff, but performance to performance basis of the stuff on tape, I enjoy the gamble of Murdoch. Like I enjoy rolling the dice and loading up the film and being like, what's gonna happen?
And
What
these
am I
are
gonna see?
great case makers, but like it's also interesting to go watch him in like New Japan again, like
Yeah.
work Inoki, and just
Oh,
to
yeah.
see how. I don't know if Lawler could do that.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think so. And the funny thing is, right? Like you do kind of wish, like, what would it be like if we really got like this Murdoch, like against, like, what would Inoki do? Like I thought about that every time I watch
Kick him right in
their
the teeth as
interactions
hard as you
together.
can.
Yeah, like, but that would have been really compelling. I think, like, Inoki's one of the great like simmerers ever, where like someone's irritating him and he's like just slowly bringing up the dial like by one temperature for
Man, I gotta
30
fucking
minutes and
kill
then
this guy.
exploding. Yeah. And like I think Murdoch it would have been amazing to see this. But I think that's my case for Murdoch. I think like I would love to see him against anyone pretty much. I'd love to see him now.
Against Koinoki.
I'd love to see. I think he would be great against Koinoki. Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, that would be amazing. I wish there was a Koinoki Murdoch. Frankly, I wish there was like a little. Yeah, I wish there was like a theater kid Murdoch that was like did parodies of Murdoch matches. That would be great.
For 5 people, they would love it. No
Yeah, I mean, I know I get on my soapbox, but I mean, a lot of these guys now are doing like parody Shawn Michaels, which like is is cool. I like Shawn Michaels, but you know, it's not quite as rich of a vein in my eyes.
I agree.
I hope that I see him on a lot of lists. He does get the thing of people saying like I can't vote for him, and I understand that, but you're gonna have a hard time making a list.
yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing. I mean, especially a list pre, I don't know, 2010. Maybe not even that early. Maybe like pre 2015. Like I think most people. I mean, it was a business that attracted people that couldn't do anything else. Because why would you do this if you could do anything else? Which was most of the time were people that were unhireable, which means they're either insane or antisocial in a variety of different respects.
Want my wrestlers to be.
Right. I think like, yeah,
that's what
And frankly, I mean, like, you know, if someone's gonna make a list and not have Ric Flair on the list, like, it's not really a real list, in my opinion. I mean, like,
yeah,
you know, I'm not like a Ric Flair #1 guy, but I mean, you can't have Ric Flair in your top 100. Like, I just think it's so opposite of what I'm looking for that you just lose all credibility.
That's the whole thing with the WWE.
As good as I was hoping it was going to be, and what an absolute pleasure to watch these this week. It's just as good as it gets.
I liked it a lot. It was the fun matches. Not something I usually watch, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Dom, you had a fun time with these, dude. I was worried about you.
That's what I'm saying, Dom. You need to do the stream where you watch this stuff.
You're right. That's actually super down. I'm super down.
I think there's already a guy who does it whose gimmick is like, I'm gonna get high and watch old wrestling, but
Dude, Dom, you need to fight that guy. He doesn't have it like
Dom has it. Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm gonna get high and watch old wrestling. Wait a minute, where have I heard this before? Something very familiar about all this. Dom's like watching that guy. It's like the end of Lost Highway.
I literally have seen it come up my recommend before. I've been like,
he's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, he live streams, which is I think the way that you would have to do it, Dom. But I've flipped it on before because he's been watching something good. It's really just him being like, oh, that was cool, that was good.
Yeah, it's like Beavis and Butthead, basically.
Yeah, exactly. The Beavis and Butthead music video segment.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Cool. Dom, you got an animal?
I do have an animal. I do
Oh
have
man, I'm excited to be here in the flesh for this.
Well, I have picked. I think I've done boars and pigs and stuff, but since we kept talking about how Murdoch is a pig and a pig, I just want to remind everyone that like actual pigs are mad cool. They're not members of the KKK with cards. They're not that.
And
They're
they're not
very
cops.
intelligent. They're not cops, yeah, because pigs cops. They're not cops. They're
They're not
cute little
cops, man.
cuddly guys that. I mean, they start out cute and cuddly, but I mean, they get big and ugly. But if you love something from a baby, it's still your baby if it's big and ugly because it loves you. You know.
Well, supposedly
That's
they're
right.
good pets. If you get the
They-
smaller
yes.
ones, they're like really smart, and they
All pigs are kind of scary smart. Like you can. There's an Instagram page I follow where it's just like they adopt it because that's a scam people do. They'll be like, "Yep, this is a mini teacup pig," and it's just like a baby pig, and then they end up raising it. And it's like
That's
a
awesome.
500, it's like a 300 fucking pound pig in their apartment. But these guys are in the South, and it's just like I think his name is like Winston or something. It's really nice, and he just kind of like lays around all day, but he knows how to sit and roll over for snacks, and they use him as a footrest. And it's, I think I want to own.
I mean, that's great. I mean, that's like a.
Yeah,
I didn't know you could use them as footrest. That's like basically getting furniture as well. I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty
because
impressive.
honestly, he'll just flop down in front of you, in front of the owners, and they just put their foot up. And since he's so big and meaty, it don't matter. Because they're big motherfuckers. We talked about it before. Wild boars, they will kill you. Pigs will kill you and eat your body.
yeah, like on Deadwood,
They will do that.
so they're
But
feeding people to the pigs.
they'll bite you. They get tusks. But I like pigs. I think they're cute, and I think I want to get a farm that I don't kill nothing. I just want to have a farm where I chill with animals all day.
I think you'd be a great farmer, Dom.
Yeah, I hope
Thank you.
that happens for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna try. Because there's good
My,
farm places in New Jersey. I could do
My
this.
my hometown in Oklahoma, we grow the turf, the sod for the world's football and soccer stadiums.
Really?
So,
You grow it?
yeah.
I thought that shit was all artificial.
No, man, a lot of them are real grass.
Ah, that's tough grass on the feet.
Yeah, man, it's a great no animals involved with that one, but I've known quite a few people that live the farmer lifestyle, Dom. And I think you do a lot of good for you, man. If you had to wake up at like 4 in the morning and tend to the animals, and then
Tend to my animals and kiss them and hug them, and like that's my little donkey
yeah,
buddy.
man,
I would
you
literally
could-
I would get a little mini donkey friend that I fuck around with and chill
a
with.
burro,
Yes,
a little burro.
I would get a
That'd
little
be fun
mini
for you,
horse
dude.
too, and I'd get a big horse,
Oh.
and I'd make them all friends.
I mean, I don't know if you could. I mean, do you think you could ride a mini horse? I mean,
No, I think I could ride a bigger horse. I think the mini horses. I don't think they can handle.
mini horse. Yeah, you think you could maybe collapse underneath you? Maybe. I mean,
Yeah, but
I'd be a
I'm
little
only
bit worried
getting
about
them. I mean, I'm not riding my dog. You know, that's how I would use them. I would just like walk beside me. I would just
my
Walk
buddy,
beside
one of
you.
my buddies growing up, he had a huge fucking dog that like just lived outside. That's fucking stunk like shit. It was awesome.
Awesome. I like that. He's probably
Yeah.
mad nice.
It was a great dog. I mean, you couldn't pet him because you got like it basically was like
Please.
it's basically like the Bastion Booger of dogs. Basically, it was the kind of like
Don't touch
the
him.
kind of slime that you'd get on yourself. But yeah,
Ugh, beautiful. I mean, because I like chicken. Chickens are cool too. You can form a bond with the chickens, and then you could just
Oh,
have
sure,
chickens
dude.
with you.
no, I think chickens would be great. I love
Because then you can
chickens.
also, I could be one of those weird farmers that just has a little kangaroo with me.
My
No,
in-laws
that's-
have a peacock
interesting.
that wanders around.
That's
their
what.
farm.
Yeah,
And actually,
I would love
fucking
that.
hate it because
Dang.
it'll like get on your car and shit on your car.
and shit, and shit all
Oh.
over.
Yeah, we were trying to leave from like a holiday function, and the peacock was just standing on the hood of my car.
What
No,
is
like, what
what
do I
does
do
peacock
here?
shit look like? I mean, is it pretty intense? Is it
Yeah.
just like regular bird shit?
It's
I mean,
regular bird shit, but more.
but it's a bigger bird. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
mad colorful.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like
prismatic.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
it's like when the gasoline gets on the ground. That's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
exactly,
It's like,
yeah,
whoa,
it's,
it's a rainbow.
Yeah, it's iridescent. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That'd be great. Okay, well, this was a very successful Dom's Animal Corner, I think. I mean,
I think so. Yeah.
A little bit of pigs and a little
Classic.
bit of everything. A little bit of nice little farm animals. Because
Been-
do cows. I would be one of those guys that dies because he's constantly trying to socialize as like a 1-ton bull.
trying to
Hey, buddy,
socialize with
what's
the
up,
you trying to
buddy?
socialize with the bull, Dom?
No, I only let him fuck my wife, and I don't.
You're
talk
like
ever.
Mr. You're like Mr. Hands.
You get like a nose
Oh.
ring, so you can.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like Mr. Hands. I don't like none of it. I like Ferdinand the bull because he's nice. I would have a. If I got a bull, I'd name him
Yeah,
Ferdinand.
he is nice. That's true. He is nice. Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Isn't that Cena?
Yes, that is Cena in the movie
Yeah.
too.
We used to watch it all the time when Alex was a kid. He called it Moose.
No,
So
Moose.
let's watch Moose.
Honestly, fair. I used to call my brother Michael Monkey because I couldn't say Michael.
Wow.
So
That's kind of the first ever Dom's Animal Corner, really, in some respects.
yeah, true.
Monkey and
Monkeys.
Herbert the pervert.
I think.
What y'all
I
got going
think-
on over there?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think I asked him one time. He was like, "Oh, they shortened it to Herb because I smoke a lot of weed." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a lot nicer, I guess, than whatever the fuck." Herbert
Yeah, I'd
the
rather be known
pervert.
as the guy who smokes a lot of weed than as the pervert.
And Herbert the
Then it's
pervert. Yeah,
the pedophile character from Family Guy.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
bad. Oh, my brother is not a pedophile.
Good.
Disclaimer.
On record. But your mom
Murdoch
did
might
sleep
be.
with Dick Murdoch. Yeah.
When did my mom sleep with Dick Murdoch?
That's how you were conceived.
No, I'm not racist.
That's why. That's the whole
Austin
point of this
keeps trying to
episode.
Well, you
He
can.
keeps
I mean,
trying to
my dad's
portray me as
racist, and I'm not
racism.
racist, so
That was the whole
I
point of
don't
this
think-
episode. Is that we're doing like a Maury Povich situation with this episode.
What's the bullshit? But I ain't crazy. But I ain't racist. Was
great.
racist
That's
in the
true.
VC
That's
for
true
40
thought.
minutes straight.
Oh
Oh.
man, you gotta. We're gonna do.
I love
a
you guys' show. This is such a great show.
It's a lot of fun, dude. We got a very special cage match game this week, I think. Since
Ooh,
Brady's not here, we can get a
True.
one up on him, Dom.
fucking dumbass Brady. He's probably not even gonna listen to this. Dumbass
He was
Brady.
scared. He was scared to talk about Dick Murdoch. He didn't want to get canceled.
Yeah, he's under infection by the woke mind virus.
Patriot
You
vampire.
got a guy for a cage match, Lawson?
I have selected a wrestler. Yeah, another one of my guys. Wouldn't be a GWE level guy for me, but I'm a big fan of this guy. I've got to give you guys what are the rules?
Score.
Of this?
The
I've got to
score
already has
first. You give us the numerical rating of the wrestler first, the overall.
It
Which
is
Brady one time got Kenny Omega on.
Yeah.
And we're still pissed off about it.
That's
Because
hilarious.
I was not even trying. I was like, I'm gonna bring Kenny Omega, and he guessed it off like 9.88. Stupid.
All right, this guy is a 7.16.
7.16. Bob Holly.
Ooh, good guess, but no.
He's probably in the sixes somewhere.
Let's take a look.
7.5. Is this the Godfather? Because I know you liked him when he was under that one gimmick, the Soul Taker.
The Soul Taker.
Awesome guy,
no.
Kama Mustafa.
Yeah, I do love Kama Mustafa. But no, this is not. Hardcore Holly is a 5.22.
That's outrageous.
Let me take a look at Kama Mustafa. That is fucked up. Kama Mustafa is 6.18, so pretty close. But yeah, I like Kama Mustafa has a great Ludwig Borga match from New Japan.
Yeah.
Like,
we
like a
mentioned
boxer
that
versus
on
boxer.
Whites, yeah.
Yeah. That one should be my follow-up for this is the Ludwig Borga episode. That's where the only way I could get worse than Murdoch.
Not a lot of listeners on that one, I gotta be honest with you. But
Yeah, I can't imagine. So
it was fun to do.
yeah, he's great. He's a great wrestler. Okay, no. So then what do I do now? I got to go first review.
First review, yeah.
First review. This is from earlier this year in January. 6.0. Only know him from his WCW work, which was a lot of fun. Could have been huge if he'd been anywhere but in the WCW at the time.
Was there a
This is
year
actually
in
a pretty
there?
good review, I think. Yeah, this is from no year
Okay,
mentioned.
okay.
In the,
So he was in WCW
but I
and he
think,
could have been good.
I mean, you guys are, WCW scholars, I think, would identify a couple of periods that this guy could be potentially be referencing.
I'm gonna go with Larry Zbyszko.
Good
you
guess,
said not
but-
GWA
but
level.
no.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Of course,
not
Larry Z.
not Zbyszko though. Yeah, great guess though.
This is Scott Steiner.
Another good guess, but no, not quite. Okay, second review. This is from October of last year. Another 6.0. Had a lot of potential, had the athleticism and the high-flying offense, but he wasn't refined and didn't have the time before returning to gain it.
Damn. What you got, Dom? You got anything?
Yeah, can you reread it?
This user Zach22. He says had a lot of potential, had the athleticism and the high flying offense, but he wasn't refined and didn't have the time before returning to gain it.
Is this Blitzkrieg?
Dude, this is Blitzkrieg.
Yeah! Oh, man.
What a pull! This Blitzkrieg with 53 total matches listed on Cage Match.
Oh, I mean,
Did he
really is
leave
kind of phenomenal.
WCW and come back? I think of him as like a dying days guy.
No, he didn't come back. He was only there in '99. He left in October, and famously he was getting paid so little by WCW that he got a job as an accountant, and was making more money. So he was like, "I'll just do this. This is better."
Good call.
That is so awesome.
But one of my favorite wrestlers. Everyone should watch the Juventud match. Is very famous. People love the Juventud match from Spring Stampede, 1999. But there's another one that's about as good on a Thunder from 2 weeks before. That's comparable.
Probably 6 minutes long.
It's 10 minutes. It's a pretty long Thunder match. I think it's literally like them working out the Spring Stampede match. So
that's very long for a Thunder match.
yes, it is. That might be the world record for longest Thunder match. Apparently, he's got a Super Calo singles from a Saturday night. I'm going to check that out as well.
Oh yeah, that's
probably pretty dope.
Love Super Calo.
All right. Well, we got an email from our pal Connor. This is a landmark.
Do you want to do
Pros and
CM
Connors,
Punk
number
Award
20.
first?
Oh yeah, man. I always forget about the CM Punk Award. Brady, you familiar with the CM Punk Award? Brady. Lawson, are you familiar with the CM Punk Award?
CM Punk Award. I believe this is a award given to someone you could beat up in real life that was discussed on the episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm going to go with. Go ahead.
We've cheated and picked wrestlers and children from the crowd and stuff. I mean,
I think I'm going to go with the referee from the All Japan match.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can go with. Really, that's safe here.
Everyone else in this is pretty tough. Maybe
it can't be
maybe Mean Gene. Maybe Mean Gene from commentary.
Ooh, I would fuck Mean Gene up and feel bad about it.
Hand him a gin and tonic and then just headbutt him right
yeah.
Why are you hitting me? I'm sorry.
That's a great Mean Gene impression, actually, Don. That's hilarious.
Thank you.
Will you stop this guy's? He'd probably use some anti-Italian slurs against you, though. Don't you
He'd probably
think?
call me a Dago, and I'd be like, I only learned that a year ago. Yeah. What the fuck?
It's quite esoteric, the anti-Italian slurs.
Yeah, he has esoteric knowledge.
Yeah, that's always the classic. There's a classic Kevin Nash line they're on one of the shoe interviews. They're talking about Mean Gene like blowing a line on WCW, and he said Gene Okerlund's the kind of guy. He's getting a double scotch, waiting for a kidney transplant. Yeah, I love Gene. He's great. But yeah, I would take the referee. I think I could fuck up the referee from the.
Yeah,
from the
it'd
All
have to
Japan
be him
match.
too, because that Mid-South ref was like pretty bold, getting in between.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And frankly, most of the fans in the 2 American matches look pretty tough.
Yeah.
There was a one of the Cornette squashes, like the WCW squashes where he's with Cornette that I almost picked. He has a line where they say like, "Oh, Dick Murdoch's coming out. Hide the women and children." And he says, "But by the looks of the women in this crowd, they look tougher than the men. And by the looks of the children in this crowd, they wouldn't be able to be moved anyway."
Fat fucks.
Got him. All right, we've got a GWE wrap up question on the 20th anniversary,
landmark 20th
anniversary of Pros and Connors, that he stylized like Clash of the Champions, which I love. Or
XX, Pros and Connors XX.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Says, "Hey, Foul Under Fire dudes, in honor of GWE season wrapping up, I was wondering what were some of the most egregious or out there picks that made it to the tops of people's lists. And as a fun thought exercise, if you were forced to be devil's advocate for those picks, how would you go about making their case?" Where to begin?
What? Reread it. I was looking at something. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Reread it.
What are the worst like top picks, like top 10 picks, I guess, let's say, that you've seen on a GWE list? And if you had to make an argument for those people, what would it be? The second part much harder than the first because I've got a long list.
Yeah.
Toru Yano, how about that?
I would not make an argument for Toru Yano. He sucks, God.
See, like, here's the thing: is like, I'm actually, like, I would say I'm probably a higher. I'm like a higher voter on comedy probably than both of you guys. But yeah, Yano's a tough case. I mean, I could see him like where I have Koinoki at like 99. Yeah, right? I could see Yano there.
Yes. That's the spot.
But I don't know about 3. I mean, 3 is pretty high.
When people put like sorry to talk over.
No, go ahead.
When people put like Dr. Wagner Jr. higher than he should be, I could always be like, well, I like him. I make that argument. He's cool. He's cool at everything. He's charismatic and he's fast and he's athletic freak. And also when people put Mystico higher than he probably should be, I mean, I'm not a super Mystico guy, but I totally get it. He's like the biggest of biggest ever if you really get down to it. And like the best guy on top forever and ever. He's kind of like iconic. You know what I mean? He's like the only idol you have left that's comparable to someone like Santito, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I'll say one that might be controversial for a lucha one that I just totally do not understand is the high Atlantis voter.
Atlantis, yeah.
I was looking at Lost's list because I like his list, and I have Bandito.
Bandito's one. Kenny Omega's one.
I mean, most of the people that are like still active, I think like I kind of have a problem with, barring like some exceptions. But like most people that are still wrestling, I'm like, how could you possibly be top 10? Your career's not even over.
Most of my list are those type of people. Like I've seen people have like Walter in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I'm not a Walter guy. A lot of people are. I don't get
He's
it.
okay. There's other guys who do that I would rather watch, I think.
Yeah. There's other guys that do it and are more honest about it too, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have been a great Murdoch opponent, frankly. Can you imagine what Murdoch would do with a guy that only throws chops? I think like that would have been like
my lungs.
I know that would have been. I mean, that would have been so amazing. Like what he would have come up with for that. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm much more interested in those guys than like offense forward guys, I would say. Yeah, I mean, Omega obviously came to mind. I mean, there's been some lists that are unserious that are like have like Seth Rollins and stuff, who like would be maybe a top 50,000 wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, like, with all due respect to Seth Rollins, made a lot of money. I'm sure. I'm sure he's not
I
fine.
hate Seth Rollins so much. He's ass as fucking, but that's my thoughts on him.
No, I think you hit it on the head there, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to make a case for a lot of those guys. I mean, I just think it honestly comes down. That's the magic of the project, right? Like, it comes down to these people's taste. If you're like, oh, I really like, that kind of stuff, then there probably are guys that I would think are awful that you would put that high.
What?
My hot take of all this is like, I would say like Bret Hart, honestly.
That's true.
Honestly, my like hot take of this would be like
on Twitter too.
like,
The Bret Hart guys are right there with
I like Bret Hart. Like, he's cool. I don't know that I don't know that the body of work is there for him to be the greatest wrestler of all time. Very sound. If it was soundest wrestler of all time, I could see him as a number one. But I'm much more interested in like a Barry Windham or something like that. If I'm looking for a guy that's like super clean.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be that's always been my hot take. Like, I
kinetic.
Feel like, yeah, Bret Hart. Yeah, Bret Hart top 5. I mean, maybe if it's like wrestlers that most resemble white noise, I could have him top 5, maybe. But
the one that I don't get, even in the context of like, okay, my list is like all modern people and WWE people, is Cena.
Yeah,
I don't see that, and I've seen some Cena like number 1 votes.
It's just because they grew up during that era, and it's just like, nope.
I think the Cena revisionism has gone a little too far.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that he has a lot of matches that I think actually have some edge that not a lot of guys have. Like, I can't think of a lot of other like modern WWE style guys that could have like the Umaga match.
Yeah.
Or like even something like the Rob Van Dam match, like I think has like some edge. But there's also a lot of like really boring matches. And I also don't know how important he is to the ones that like have a lot of edge. Which I think is whenever you can, if you really open up the third eye when you're doing this and like you stop just trying to figure out who has like a ton of great matches and you actually figure out like who is actually the engine in the most great matches or the most interesting matches even. I think you're in a better place. And Cena, I feel like, is so rarely like the engine for him. He's a good guy to like as contrast for people, I think. But
I think that's what makes the Umaga match so great. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've said my piece on like CM Punk too, for in a similar vein.
Yeah, I had him down too. He's like Bret Hart, but worse. Bret Hart if he had horrible habits. And I like Bret Hart, but
yeah, like Bret Hart if you took away all of the like, he's just like extremely clean and like precise and like very controlled. If you took all that away, like what you have left. That's why I like some of the early CM Punk where he's like doing more Piper, because I think that's like a much cleaner comparison for him. Like, I don't know why he decided he needed to be like a technician.
And it feels so false. Even though he's been doing it for 20 years, it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You're cosplaying as a technician.
He should just be Savage, Randy Savage.
Yeah, that'd be way better.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there'll ever be another Randy Savage.
Never ever. I love Randy Savage so much.
That's a
Oh,
guy that maybe could be. I was hoping to see higher on some lists. I think
he would probably be pretty high up on my list.
I
if
think
I ever
I
did
think
one
he'll
that.
be. I think he'll be pretty high in the aggregate of everything. He'll definitely be on there. All
I
things
think he's just so
considered,
iconic. Is he's almost like larger than wrestling in a way because
oh
non-wrestling
yeah,
people don't like know him. There's the
yeah,
whole culture around Slim Jims and shit. You know, Slim Jim
yeah.
culture is real deep.
Slim Jim culture. Yeah, I love that. I love that's a great idea. The concept of Slim Jim culture.
I can picture it in my mind right now. The starter kit.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
They're
Oh yeah.
trying to
I
redo
lived
it with
through
LA
Slim
Knight.
culture.
I want to know, like, I mean, LA Knight. Now, see, that's a guy that should be on the list.
Of shit ass butt.
I should have done LA Knight episode for you guys' show.
Hey, we can still do it in the in the future. It doesn't have to be for GWE.
Me and Corey went pretty deep in the LA
Yes,
Knight
you did.
minds on our podcast. Then the NWA stuff is actually like pretty good. I think he's like he fits the aesthetic. I mean, it's hard for me to judge anything that people are doing in the fucking
That is a
modern
great
day
point.
vapid. Like,
Yeah.
I think he's trying. I watched his WrestleMania match. I was a recipient of the CM Punk Award a few weeks ago, and you guys gave it to everyone that watched WrestleMania. I didn't watch the whole show, but I did. I watched the LA Knight match, and he was against fucking I Show Speed, and
Oh god.
he was
That's
trying his best. I mean, he was like, I feel like he was.
That kid
He's
is kind
doing
of
all
like
right.
an
I mean,
athletic freak. It's crazy. He can like jump.
yeah, he's kind of the Dick Murdoch of his day. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen an LA Knight match.
Yeah, I should have brought him on for this. I don't think he actually may not be nominated, frankly.
I do not
You
think
never
he
know.
is.
There was quite
That's
a spree at the end there.
Yeah, someone dissented 30,000 hacked votes of all Robert Martyr at number one.
Who could it be?
Who's the third man? Yeah, no, yeah. I think this was a good question. I honestly don't know though. I mean, like, it's so hard to take some of these lists like seriously. So
Yeah, and the people that I find like the modern stuff that I find egregious, I'm just kind of like, well, that's what blows your skirt up. Clearly, you're like in the phase
Yeah.
of your wrestling fandom where like that's what you're attracted to. It's the like totally off the wall. Like that's why the Yano one was top of mind. Like I don't know what universe that is a number two.
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, my thing is right. Like you guys know me. I'm really looking for like pretty much giant, fat, immobile guys, or guys on steroids, or like just guys that look fucked up most of the time.
That's
You
what
know,
it's
I
all
was-
about. That's what made me
Yeah.
stop the channel when I was surfing on WCW.
Yeah, I
Which is
mean,
a-
like
goes
that's
back to Dick
what it
Murdoch.
comes
Like,
down
I want
to.
to see two freaks like punch each
Yeah, I
other.
mean that's what it comes down to. I mean, like, I have my list pulled up, and like, I need to do I need to do like a percentage on how many of my guys are like over 250 pounds. Because I bet it's like most of the list. Like, I was close to bringing Super Porky on, who's like my other big, like I'm a very pronounced agenda pusher for Super Porky. I've got him at like 12 on my ballot. But yeah, like that's he's giving me stuff I can't get anywhere else. A lot of these guys, I can sub in anybody and it's
Yeah, you
close to the
swap
same
out
match.
Adam Cole for Seth Rollins in a match. Like, what's
It's like, oh, it's pretty
what
similar. Like,
changes?
swap out one of those guys for Super Porky. It's a totally different match. I mean, it's just, yeah.
Well, some great question as always, Connor, and thank you so much, Lawson. This was an absolute blast.
This is a great show. I'll have to come back on. This is a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. Dom, you have any final thoughts here?
Yeah, everything's awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Well, we will be back next week. I think we are doing another wrestler-centric episode. Obviously, it will be after the voting will have closed, but this guy's not making the list anyway. But I'm thinking we will have another very special guest to talk about another very awesome wrestler.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yes.
Fired up for that.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Sayonara.